Hello and welcome back to Channel 9, your shopping channel on the stunning Norwegian Star. My name is Keith and I'm your port shopping ambassador. Today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favourite things in the world, watches. I love diamonds, but I know watches, and as you can see, collecting watches is my hobby. Now you may be wondering, why watches as a hobby? Well, my fellow collectors would agree it's because I appreciate art, and owning a nice watch is the same privilege as owning fine art or a beautiful diamond, because it is truly something special. Just as creating the perfect diamond takes skill, so does creating the perfect watch. It's art, it's innovation, and it's craftsmanship at its finest. Did you know that the top 3 collector's items in the entire world are? Number 1, art, number 2, antiques, and number 3, watches. Because, like art and antiques, it's a status symbol and a legacy. People often ask me, Keith, why should I spend $5,000, $10,000 or even $20,000 on a watch just to tell me the time? My answer is, of course, you don't. That's what you have a cell phone for. Understand this. Owning a timepiece is not about telling time. We buy fine timepieces because they make a statement that we enjoy the finer things in life. Take a moment to look at the watch you're wearing right now, or just picture your favourite watch. The idea that a watch can do so many different things, whether it is just telling those hours, minutes and seconds, or the fact that it can defy the effect of gravity, or chimes on the sounds of the times, it is phenomenal. And to deepen your appreciation for the artistry that is the mechanical watch, let me tell you this. There's a mechanical watch that has 1,947 parts and complications, all put together like a puzzle by hand. And that's incredible. And what's more incredible is it sits on your wrist. You have to agree, the watch is something of an engineering marvel. They have hundreds, in many cases thousands, of minuscule parts, meticulously assembled by artisans who can trace their craft back to the watchmakers under Queen Elizabeth I. Prior to World War I, artisans were focused on making pocket watches, a true gentleman's accessory of the time. However, during the First World War, soldiers found that the small, easy to maintain wristwatches were an asset in the wet trenches. When the war was over, young, well-to-do dressed men about town wanted to emulate their war heroes, and wristwatches became the must-have item. And since that time, of course, watches have been designed to be worn and enjoyed. And perhaps especially important for men, who often wear little or to no jewellery outside of their wedding band. Not of course to exclude women here. Why do you think the watch companies are now adding precious diamonds and gemstones to so many of their watch designs? It transforms a watch into a piece of beautiful jewellery that can become the centrepiece of your jewellery wardrobe. Your watch communicates a lot to the world. It tells the world how you want to be seen. A person who likes to wear a really big, oversized sports watch, like the Hublot Big Bang, is telling the world they are young and hip. While someone who likes to wear an all-gold watch is perhaps saying to the world, I've made it. And then you have the person who wears a classic watch, like a Cartier Roadster. Perhaps they're saying, I love driving my car with the top down and the wind in my hair. Quick secret, I don't own one of those. But know this, the world is looking, especially in business, in social settings, even on the golf course. Famous actor Paul Newman clearly understood this when he once said, my watch not only says something about who I am, it says something about who I aspire to be. After all, I can't drive my race car into a boardroom for a meeting, I can't bring my beautiful home to the golf course, but my watch, it goes absolutely everywhere with me. So what do you want the world to see and to say about you? For those of you who are ready, here are 5 sure signs of a quality watch, and these are what to look for when buying your watch this week. And please do write these down. Number 1, weight. Number 2, movement. Number 3, the name and tradition of the brand. I would suggest Hublot, Philips Stein and Zenith are brands to look for. Swiss branding, an absolute must. And of course, accuracy. By the way, be sure to attend my watch seminar taking place on, please write this down, Saturday, that's our C-Day, in the Explorers Lounge at 3 p.m. You deserve a nice watch. Your children deserve it, and your grandchildren will thank you for it. Whether you're a watch connoisseur like me or new to the world of watches, when you go to buy yourself a new watch this week, here are a few of my favourite watch brands. I want to start with Philips Stein, known as the feel-good watch. The Philips Stein watch has quickly grown to be one of the most popular watches to acquire. Many of you maybe own one already. Philip Stein was made popular by many celebrities, but not who'd been given a Philip Stein to wear and promote, but those that actually discovered it on their own. It started with Barbara Walters, who wore one. She introduced it to Madonna, who then introduced it to Oprah, and Oprah wore it and found it to be so beneficial to her, she actually gave it away on 3 different occasions on her famous Oprah's Favourite Things show. The reason why Philip Stein is so popular is because it's known, as I said, as the feel-good watch, and for good reason. The Philip Stein is the only watch in the entire world with natural frequency technology. This means this watch uses a chip to balance your body with the Earth's natural frequencies. Now, some of you may be questioning this, and believe me, I too felt that a little sceptical too. But it was only when I did my own research and when I got testimonials from friends and guests like you that I changed my opinion of Philip Stein. And from my own research, I found it really is simply amazing. Philip Stein uses that natural frequency technology in every single one of their watches. And how does that work? Well, I can go into the technical side of things better with you one-to-one, but basically when wearing the Philip Stein watch, your body will be brought to a calmer state and closer to that of the Earth's natural frequencies. And that combats the high frequencies of today's electronics that surround us daily. 9 out of 10 people notice their stress levels went down while wearing a Philip Stein watch. I'm sure there is someone in the audience who has trouble sleeping, or at least knows someone who does. And what's the one thing that helps you function better during the day, feel healthier and feel less stress? Of course, a good night's sleep. The Philip Stein watch, in my opinion, will help you get that good night's sleep we all so desperately need. And I also want to mention the Philip Stein sleep bracelet. And this is a comfortable fitting bracelet you can wear all night, and that has the same technology as the watch. Philip Stein has been clinically proven to help you get a better night's sleep, which in turn will help you feel more focused and less stressed. It's even helped many owners with arthritis and fibromyalgia. What's even better, they look great. The designs are very wearable. Most Philip Steins have a dual time zone dial and interchangeable straps, making it any occasion ready and making them an easy fit for anyone. I want you all to do me a favour, in fact rather do yourselves a favour. If anyone in this room feels they would or could benefit by sleeping better, having reduced levels of stress in their lives, then please make a point to see me for a VIP card for Philip Stein. And it's 15% off here in the Caribbean. You have to come and talk to me about Philip Stein so I can share the amazing stories and feedback from past cruisers that have joined the Philip Stein family. And you'll see for yourself why Philip Stein is the brand that everyone shops for in the Caribbean. My other 2 favourite watch brands are Hublot and Zenith. First, let me tell you about Hublot. And any of you that have seen me around the ship will probably have noticed this is a brand I wear most of the time. Hublot is one of the top 5 luxury sports watch brands in the world, and I love Hublot because they look and feel different. In fact, their core value is to be unique, the first, and always different. Even seemingly simple things define the look. For example, the rubber strap. This was the idea of the founder of Hublot, Signor Carlo Coco, because he wanted a watch he could wear when sailing, but that then would be immediately dry and stylish to wear in and around the Riviera ports. And that's, by the way, why you see this watch as my daily wearer, because I can wear the same watch on the beach and then late at night with a tuxedo. The first Hublot combined the gold case with the rubber strap, but they're also now the world leader in the production of timepieces made from rarer materials such as Kevlar, tantalum and tungsten. The brand is defined as the art of fusion. It's taking the heritage of the past and creating a heritage for future generations. They are one of only a handful of companies that are able to produce their own movement, and they only make 28,000 timepieces a year. And that exclusivity can only add to the heirloom value for your children and your grandchildren. They're also the official timekeeper for the FIFA World Cup, Miami Heat and LA Lakers, and the official partner with Ferrari. And the final point I'd like to make about Hublot is they have the most innovative and fabulous warranty programs. And with Hublotista, it allows for immediate and worldwide registration of your timepiece using a SIM chip. I just love my Hublots. I think they're a must for any collection. Make sure you try on at least one on this trip. My other absolute must-have brand is Zenith. They've been making timepieces uninterrupted for 147 years, and that's the kind of tradition that just yells to me, this is a brand you've got to have. Some of you I've chatted with will know that when I'm not on board ship, I use some of my downtime flying planes and helicopters for various aid charities in Africa. And I first came across Zenith as a pilot's watch. But Zenith are so much more than pilot style watches. The Star Moon Phase, for example, is just a beautiful, beautiful classic dress watch, subtly set with diamonds. And their ladies' watches are just stunning. Zenith developed the first automatic high-frequency chronograph in 1969, and its 36,000 vibrations endow it to a 1/10 of a second precision. In fact, from 1984 to 1997, it was that El Primero chronograph movement built by Zenith that was used to assemble the Rolex Daytona. And a Rolex Daytona from that time period with the El Primero movement is today selling at auction for over $80,000. Out of more than 2,000 chronometry awards, 70% of the first places have gone to Zenith, and they were winners in 2011 of the Best Complicated Watch Award with the Zenith Academy Christophe Colomb. This is just an incredible piece of engineering. It's equipped with a gyroscopic module that maintains its ultra-precise mechanism in a perpetually horizontal position. Unlike a tourbillon, which only compensates for gravity in one position vertically, this fabulous mechanism compensates the effect of gravity in 4 out of 6 positions. As I said, an incredible piece of almost microscopic engineering. And to close on Zenith, do you remember Felix Baumgartner, the Austrian guy who did that freefall jump from 120,000 feet back in 2012, basically jumped from space? Well, he was wearing a Zenith El Primero Stratos, and that's next on my list. Although I have to say, the Star Moon Phase is giving it tough competition. Make sure you check out Zenith. With almost 150-year history, this is another brand you need to own. My name is Keith, your Port Shopping Ambassador. Remember to see me for a VIP card and visit me at my desk in the atrium for more details on your watch buying specifics. Bye bye for now.